Alrighty, the next story quest is called A Helping Hand, given to us by Runar in the dark cave room, where we were just like cleansed by the water in the large white pots. Cutscene. Ah, you are returned. Very good. No doubt they were glad of your company. It has been too long since we had visitors. Remember, if you have any questions or there's anything you need, do not hesitate to ask. You smile a bit, nod. He nods back. Speaking of which, we must arrange food and lodgings for your stay. As friends of Master Matoya, we cannot ask for payment, but if you would be willing to lend a hand... ... question mark. It would be my pleasure. Or I'd rather not. I wonder if what I'd rather not would get. I'm not playing a punk. I wonder what would happen if I was playing a punk. We are fortunate indeed to play host to such generous souls. The task I have in mind is simple enough. All I ask is that you take a jug and water the crops in the square. That's a big fucking jug, dude. May I help too? Says Minfilia. He smiles. Of course. One of you can do the filling and the other the watering. That was me stumbling on him. Speak with Ursabel when you have finished. She will be relieved to hear the crops have been tended to. While you take care of that, I will see to your room and a warm meal. A worm meal. A warm meal. Warm. Warma. Right, then I'll fill you water, says Minfilia. Shorty Minfilia. We talk to Minfilia now. This was the only jug I could find which was small enough to lift, but I'm afraid there's a crack in the bottom. You'll need to hurry to the garden before all the water leaks out. Take the jug of water to the square before the contents leak out. You'll have 45 seconds to complete the task. Should you fail, return to Minfilia and try again. That's dumb. Indeed, a counter is ticking down. Oh, we have a plus quest. Cool. Hey, Ursabel, what's up, yo? Destination for water. You've watered half of the plot. Fetch another jug of water to take care of the rest. Let me guess, that means I have to go back to... She who will not be named. No, she can be named, it's fine. She who has not currently been named, but is named. And don't worry about it. Was there enough water for the plot? You explain. Only half? I see. Well, let me refill the jug for you. Take another jug, blah, blah. Can I mount? No, I cannot mount, okay. Only have 30 seconds? What the fuck's wrong with this jug? Why is it getting less? Why is it getting more cracked? Someone needs to re-clay the bottom of this jug. Alan Tuta. The whole plot has now been thoroughly watered. Hey, Ursabel. How you doing? Hey, girl, how you doing? Cutscene. She's a Roganan female, if I am getting my things correct. Or no, she could be one of the, like... Well, I don't know. She's dark-skinned. Kind of like a dark gray, charcoalish. Like a little bit lighter than charcoal. Anyway. Well met, travelers. I observed you earlier speaking with the others. Have you in need of something? You explain what we were doing. You watered the crops? Ah, my apologies for not noticing sooner. I have been rather distracted of late. Watering the crops was always Todia's duty, but she's no longer with us. We have since taken to sharing the duty, though never with guests. You are most kind. Is there anything else we can help you with? We can do to help? We could plant something if you'd like. There is no need. The plot is small, it is true, but it provides us with enough to survive. We ask for no more. I don't think that's a large enough plot to feed everyone here, but... I don't know how you manage. And Minfilia clocks it too. Have the Blessed not considered leaving? Life would surely be easier almost anywhere else. I can understand why you might say that, but the easiest path is not always the right one. Tell me, do you know our history? How our faith came to be? She thinks for a second. Yes, I believe so. The Knights Blessed was initially formed by those who lost their homes in the wake of the flood. God, her eyes are so fucking, like, vibrant blue. It's, like, shining. It's crazy every time. What began as an occasional gathering of survivors eventually grew into a community, which ultimately decided to strike out on its own in the Raktika Greatwood. I see you have read your history, but there's a history that is told and one that is lived. Like so many in those times, the first of the Knights Blessed lost everything, their homes, their loved ones, all they held dear. To make matters worse, none could say what became of the souls of those lost to the flood when their bodies were reborn as sin-eaters. The people were without answers, without hope, their gods having drowned along with everything else. It seemed that nothing was beyond the reach of the light. She looks up to the light through the canopy of the trees. But soon they realized that where there is light, there must be darkness. And in that truth they found new faith, a belief that the souls of the departed could yet find peace beyond these burning skies, in the sunless sea above. That is why we pray for the safe passage of wayward souls unto that blessed black abyss, for the return of the night, that we might someday look upon the kingdom of heaven with our own eyes. We remain in these woods for the self-same reason our founders first chose them, that we may lead lives of simplicity, with a shade of these trees as a constant reminder of our faith. With so many seeking paradise in Yulmore, it's refreshing to find people who value a humbler existence. You are kind to say so. Many consider a way of life foolish, and so it must seem to those who yet cling to their worldly possessions. In times such as these, when everything can be taken away in an instant, it is all too easy to lose sight of why we fight to go on living. It is not to hold fast to material things, but to hold those who went before us in our hearts, to keep alive the legacy they have left us. This we must do for them, our children, and generations yet unborn. Minfilia looks a little bit like open-mouthed for a second. To keep their legacy alive. Yeah, Minfilia-esque ruh-roh. No, young Minfilia, you live your life. Don't worry about who you may have once been or who your body, soul, habit, whatever. Anywho, a helping hand is complete. I do have things up for the sponsor, non-sponsor for this video is Tillamook Country Smoker Keto Friendly Zero Sugar Beef Jerky. Really, this is the most recent one I could find that is the best price per weight for sugar-free jerky as a keto snack. It is delicious, even without the sugar, I promise you that. It's softer than I expected. It's a great keto snack. If you find something better, by all means, frickin' purchase that one instead of this one. But if this is the best price still on Amazon, which I have not looked up in a while, I tend to prefer like the beef sticks and cheese that I buy. Beef sticks from Amazon, cheese that I buy from just a grocery store. In general, over the jerky, but the jerky's usually like a spicier option, which is also really good for certain situations. But anyway, if you happen upon this one via my link and you want to purchase it and try it out, I will get a cut. I'll see you next time.